A Honda Fit 2014. I'm gonna be hook up an amplifier. I'm gonna hook up the kickers right here. It's called a hideaway kicker with this small thin 14 gauge wire. I'm not gonna do anything crazy like hooking up like big wire, anything like that. If you got a big wire, what you can want to do, you wanna see that boot right there. You wanna poke a coat hanger through it. By the way, before you do that, just make sure you disconnect the negative side of the battery. Right here, here's the battery. Disconnect this thing out. I don't know if this got a code or not. I'm gonna check. If it does got a code, I will show you a link to how to get the code for this. And yes, let me disconnect this first, so if something happen, it doesn't fry something or zap some fuse or pop some fuse. So anyhow, you need a, oh, by the way, in order to get to this right there, you see this knob right there, just turn it straight like this and pull it down. It will come out. This is just a clip that way. So now I'm going to to pry this out. Just put your finger right there and just grab them and pull them like this. Well, it's not as easy as I said, but yep, there we go. I use only my hand. Grab them out. We're gonna take all this out anyway because I gotta run the power over there. I'm thinking about putting the speaker underneath. The problem is you'll see them though, you know, it's right there, but if I put it in the back, it'd be fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do. One of my customers made a surprise for his kid, but if I put it right here, like right there like this, and put it up like this and tie it, it might works good. But if I put it out here, oh man, this is, and then you're gonna see it like this. So I don't know, because the way the seat is, you cannot push any more over there. So right now I'm kind of struggling what I'm gonna do here. Well, let me call the customer real quick. First thing I'm gonna do, take a 10mm and rotate it forward, so loose a little bit, and put it away. And like I said, you can do that, run that through the boot if you're running this way, but in my case I'm not gonna run nothing big. So I'm gonna take this, remove this off using the prior tool or door trim remover. Gotta be careful, you might have to do it. See this are really fragile, guys. Be careful, they break easily, even though it's 2014. You see that? So I'm gonna have to pry it easily, and then I'm gonna pry this out, and I'm gonna show you where the clip is at. I can't show you both hands. I mean one hand, that wouldn't work. I don't want to break any panel or any trim or anything like that. So I'm gonna use two hands, but I'm gonna show you how it works. So remove this first right here, okay? You see how the clip is right here? So you lift it up like this, and then you should have rooms. Now you're gonna have to pry that piece out right there. You look at right here, you pry that out, it's gonna come out. If you don't do that, you're gonna break this piece. Now you see that clip, if you're gonna try to pry, it's gonna break this piece and then it won't fit right. So make sure you do what I'm showing you. This piece right there, you don't have to take it out. It's gonna be just push it in like this, because it's gonna look like that and go straight right there like a spade, and then you can just tap that back in there. So what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to run the power wire. So I'm gonna run the power wire through this piece right there. I'm gonna take an Allen wrench that look like a T something. Well, you can't see it right here. T35 it look like. I'm gonna try that. This what came with it. This is a fuse. You're gonna need this fuse. You're gonna need this ring terminal. You're gonna need these right there, so you can tie it down. And then there's also like a, oh, I gotta hide it somehow. I have to think how I'm gonna do this. Might hide it right here, and then since the dad gonna give it to the daughters, I'm gonna show them how to bring it back out there. I'm gonna put it right here somewhere. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just run the wire and hide it right here, and then the dad can take it off and do that. Then I ran the wire from here, leave it enough room so I can mount the amp right here or right there. One of them gonna work. I leave it about 2 feet out, and I ran the remote wire right there. Actually, this one you don't need a remote wire, because what happened is, I'll show you, because this amps, it's got its, so the amp, as you can see, you can put screw right there so you can mount it. You can see right here, you can turn it on to AC or DC. DC meaning when it's got you got to put the level input, high level input to high, and then to put on DC, so that way when you turn it on, it come right on, so you don't have to hook up the remote wire to this one. If you do, that's fine, but I'm not. So now you're coming back over here. This is let's see what millimeter that is. Number 14, I think number 14 and 9/16 are basically the same, so remove that. Guys, I don't use what you guys be using. I'm just showing you. I use this right there, the impactor. It's a lot faster. So now I'm gonna pry these out. There's a hidden clip right there, so you want to move that and take that clip out first, and then there should be more clip somewhere, that area right here. Now you want to pry each top right there so you can have enough room so that you can reach your speaker wire right there that I'm going to be tapping to. When you're working on Toyota or Honda, look at this, look how thin it is. I mean, this is really thin, so you break this easily. Really careful, guys, really careful. Don't want to damage the paint, so I put it like that. Now I'm gonna look for the speaker wire, which is on that side over there. See, my wire is long enough to go to this one. I think it is long enough. If not, I just extended it, but this is long enough. See how long it is? Right there. I did brought my T-tap. I don't know where, oh, right there. I use T-tap. You can strip it and tape it, but I T-tap it. It's easier. This T-tap is really good. I've been using this for years and years. Never have no problem. I got some people on here telling me, oh yeah, those are no good. But like I'm saying, I've been doing this over 27 years, 27 I believe. So let's looking for the I might have to cut that out. Or I can tap it right here, but I don't like it here. I like it here. So now when you strip this grommet out, you're gonna see brown and gray. Gray is positive, brown is negative. So if you're looking at it, you got one with the black stripe, white, black, gray, black. Those are negative, and the solid color is positive. So I'm gonna crimp it. Now if you see wires sticking out, just tape them. So where's my positive? The solid is positive. We'll go to the oh, I didn't crimp that part yet, but using a T-tap. Now I throw the wire back over there, and I ran the red wire, which is a 12 volt 14 gauge wire all the way here. I'm gonna put some wire down here just in case the customer need to move or something like that, so I don't have to cut anything like so. At the end of the wire, you're gonna need to crimp this using a crimper, and crimp one side and then crimp the fuse on the other side right there using the ring terminal. Put it right there, and then now just screw it back in. That is a T30. Now whenever you tie the torque back, making sure that you tie with your hand. I can't see that. Tie with your hand first, about 3 or 4 rounds, and then use the tools to tighten it, so you don't accidentally what you call that, jam the thread, or what is, there's a word for that, but doing live I can't remember. So cross the thread, yeah, cross the thread. So as you can see, I sand this off right there. Use one of these sanders, pretty cheap. You can get them at sander like so. Now you grab the remote, not remote, the black wire right there, and crimp this ring terminal. I usually put 2 of them. That way it won't move. You know, you can't rotate them. So yeah, that's done. Just plug it. So since I'm not using the blue wire, remote wire, I'm gonna just tape them. So the amp is flipped upside down right now. I'm gonna use this metal and put it right here, right there, 4 of them, so I can screw them together. I'm gonna show you one of them. I'm gonna make it inside like so. You see this? So I'm gonna use this flat one right there, not this one. This flat one for there, and do all 4 of them. Just 8 screw. Voila, here's all 4 of them. Now let's take it out to put it in the back of the seats. Right, so you can, I like it like this. That way I can adjust it. My stand right here, I can adjust it better. So I'm gonna find the metal underneath so I can screw it on there, because this, see right here. So I'm gonna use self-tapping screw and tap this out in. If you want to run the accessory, you want to hook it up to this one. I use the this mini fuse, this add-on, add a fuse. That's called add a fuse. Some people might call something else. So 7.5, 7.5, 10, and then 20 right there. That's accessory. So I'm gonna hook up. Well, that's accessory if you want to use a remote. I'm doing something else. I'm doing a backup camera, recording 24 hours too, so it's kind of combined with this. So here's a finished look. Works great.